We forgot it. We were trying to forget it.
We reckon 11 of those were past you.
Deleted from any type of memory you have.
Jadon Sancho, just incredible tonight. We're going to show you some of these. Just what he did. He was so direct. He was so much more confident.
But you know what it was, Laura? I could tell by his first few touches that he was confident. You know, and his body language suggested, you know, he believes. There's a big difference between, you know, running at people and kind of, he had a little bit of arrogance about him. This is what makes a player really good. It's in Jadon. Look at that. Everything's quite sharp. At United, we didn't really see him commit people, whether that was confidence or, you know, he wasn't as fit. But Jadon just answered a lot of questions today. You know, I might criticize that he's not as consistent. That today, he outplayed every single player on that pitch. And there's world-class, the best players in the world out there, some of them.
He's shaken.
That was really, really impressive from Jadon.
He's shaking and baking top players here. Like, he's just putting people, like on the floor. He's making people dance. It was a joke what he done today, and we hadn't seen this probably since he was at Dortmund. Look at that, through the legs, the passing, and again, he's not. Owen said a really important point before the game. He isn't just a dribbler. He isn't just somebody who runs past people with pace. He's a footballer who wants to come in and play 1-2s and be part of the game and the tempo of the game. What I saw today, the arrogance is a great point as well. But what I saw today more than anything that I haven't seen, which I've been waiting to see, and all Man United fans are thinking, where is it? I saw cage football Sancho today. This is the kid who grew up in cages playing tonight with that arrogance and that little bit of swagger that I've been sitting there saying, it's there, but we haven't seen it.
You could criticise a player and say, that is easy to do when you are doing it in a different league and perhaps when the shirt isn't as heavy. But this is the Champions League semi-final. That's massive aim for him to go and do that.
I've played in Champions League semi-finals. The shirt's heavy, don't matter what team you're playing for. So that deserves all praise. You know, any haters out there can hate and say he didn't do it consistently. That today, he outperformed the best player in the world today in Kylian Mbappe, and that deserves a lot of praise. I know he's been in spaces where he hasn't been at his best. That today was super impressive. What
you really want from him now is to follow it up. You want to see consistency, Rio, don't you, with those kind of performances?
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything else. He's in a groove. Once someone gets in the groove of sports, and we've seen it with different sportsmen in different sports, football especially, when they're in the groove and the confidence is there, they churn these performances out. He will come off this pitch with a high. We'll see all the people going on about him on social media and love it, and rightly so, lap it up. But I hate to go back, but like, I want to know what happened at Man United. Why didn't it go well there?
Yeah. I know your phone's going mad, Rio, and I know you won't say who's calling and who's texting.
It's going crazy right now.
But there
seriously.
are people, and there will be people watching going, where has that performance come up? Why couldn't we...
I would say he looked fitter, he looked sharper, and he looked like more confident. So I think there's a lot of variables that go into environments one, but he looked way sharper. He looked way more explosive.
But why? I don't know. Because he's getting game time, or did he apply himself properly at Manchester United? Was he disheartened because he wasn't getting game time? Was it the size of the club, the weight of the shirt? Is it the club? Is it the manager's fault for not getting the best out of him? The coaching?
You know what it's like. You've been there. It's everything in there. It's all of those things. It's environment. It's, you know, it's. But also, and Jadon's got to learn. But the thing is, when you play like that, people are going to go, you know, Kylian plays at the same level all the time. And Jadon, he just showed that he can do it. And now he's just got to try and do it. I knew from the first touch he was going to have a game like that. Because you see he had a bit of swagger, didn't he? And I think that's when Jadon's at his best. He has a bit of swagger. At United, he went safe and played back to the fullback, didn't he?
I think, yeah, and that's what the frustration used to be at Man United. He's not doing that, what we saw today, beat people, facing a defender up and going, right, I'm going to go past you. Also, the physicality of the Premier League, was that an issue? I don't know. But there's so many different things that you look at and go, what could it be? Only Jadon can tell us that. But at the same time as well, you look at the way that he played in the Champions League semi-final, you can't devalue that.
There was a couple of tweets coming in there as well from people that were watching, some of them Manchester United fans, some of them just fans of other teams in the Premier League, and there were also people saying Sabitzer as well, give him a little bit of credit because he also came from Manchester United and it didn't quite work out for him there as well. So could it be potentially the place? Could it be the manager?
I think Sabitzer, the thing with Sabitzer, I think he wanted to play regular first-team football and be a starter, and I don't think Man United could guarantee him that. So at his age, at 30 years old, I think you can understand him wanting to leave, but he's got 5 assists, the most assists in the Champions League this year. But what I would say with Jadon, for him, but also for Man United, there's a plus point tonight. The value has gone back up again because I think most teams are probably looking to loan him or nick him for a very, very cheap. I think teams will be looking at that now, performance, and going, if I can get anywhere near that on a regular basis, I will have some of that.
Does he put his price tag up a little bit?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, because people weren't really sure, what's going to happen. Is he going to be sold? Is he going to be loaned out? That he just showed against some of the best players, some top players. Mendes is super quick. And Jadon knew he couldn't beat him for pace, so he's dropping his shoulder, and he left him for dead on multiple occasions.
That's what I liked.
That gives everybody else watching going, wow, I can see it again, which is super exciting because he's been through a difficult phase.
Can we also take it back, if we can, to a really important block in there as well, Marquinhos? This could prove to be so vital for the second leg, and you picked up on this.
Yeah, I mean, me and Owen was talking about the impact in the change room after the game. If it stayed at 1-0, and this block is absolutely key to them. If they get anything out of this game and they go through, that block is integral. That's as good as a goal almost. It's a fantastic block, but the energy when he walks into that change room to go and give people a bit, have people up against the wall if need be, whatever, tell the others, listen, we cannot perform like this again. And I've actually produced a moment that are giving us the chance now to go and have a chance in the second leg.
Owen, should Dortmund have had a penalty, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Ali and Fletch nailed it in commentary. In real time, again, Schlotterbeck did terrific. What a forward pass that is. Yeah. Perfect number 9 from Fulkrug, the little set. Brandt was amazing as well. How about that for a dink? Mendes just pushes him. So one thing I would say is he lets go at the right time. And I think because he pushes him, Fulkrug gets underneath the ball. I do think it could have easily been given, but I think he lets go at the right time, Mendes, and maybe that's why the referees didn't give, but I thought it was.
I think he's very lucky. Look at the reaction here of the manager. He's just thinking, please give it to us. Where's VAR? VAR, work for us, please. I think they're very lucky to get away with that.
Yeah. Should we have a little look at some PSG chances? Because Dortmund, look, they were brilliant at times in defence. They were very dogged in defence, but PSG had some wild chances, Owen.
Big chances. To be fair, I thought Kubo was terrific. They had a little moment in the game, PSG, where they hit the post a couple of times, and Mbappe, when he shifts it, it's just, it's amazing to see, really, but they had some big moments, whether it was Mbappe or Dembele. Fabian Ruiz had a couple of headers he should have done better. They probably should have scored, really. Yeah. So they'll be disappointed that they didn't. But again, Dortmund deserved, almost felt like they deserved that today. But one thing I would say is, what a ball that is from Marquinhos. I don't think 1-0's enough for them. No,
the best chances fell to the wrong person, Ruiz, who's a very good footballer. But in terms of finishing, he's not the person you want it to fall to. He fluffed his lines. A great ball there from Kylian. But yeah, I think 1-0, as disappointing it is for Paris, Saint-Germain, I think they'll still go back home thinking, you know what, 1-0, if we can get 2 goals against anybody.
What about that one,
in Paris? They've got to hit the target. He's leaning back all over the place. Dembele, that's your chance, man.
They've got a specialist there who knows exactly how to come back from positions where they've been written off. And 1 goal, like you say, isn't exactly a very sturdy lead, is it? One of only 2 players still playing for Dortmund that played in that 2013 final, Marco Reus being the other one. He would love it. I was just saying, our fairy speaks better English than me. He's exceptional, isn't he? Do you think they could do it?
I mean, think about that. At 35, Mats Hummels, where he played today. All of them played brilliant. They can definitely do it. I mean, I think that will give them a lot of confidence, to the level of performance that they had today. But I just think go to Paris. PSG went to Barcelona and, after the red card, put on a show. I think they'll do the same when they go back home. But that's a great night for them. They deserve that. They've had a tricky season.
Yeah, listen, they deserve to be 1-0. I think they've played really, really well today. Executed the style, but also the grit and determination that's needed in these type of games. And you have to go through the roller coaster of emotions and moments. And they handled that very well to a man. But I think the atmosphere, again, they've now got to handle the atmosphere. It was reversed today. Paris having to handle it here in Dortmund. Didn't quite get to it, but in Paris, they've now, it's going to be, the tables are turned. Can they deal with the atmosphere, the environment, and then the intensity that's put on them? Well, I'm presuming from Paris Saint-Germain.
Keeps it very exciting.
Come in the middle here.
Get in the middle of us. Get in the middle of us. Jane, I've just been in the Yellow Wall. Right. My first experience of it. You know it very well. Yeah. Obviously, you've been here before. I mean, that was one of the best experiences of my life. Amazing.
Yeah. That's week
Have you been in the Yellow Wall then?
No, I haven't been yet. But week in, week out, that's how it is. It's just electric.
How much does it help you on the pitch?
A lot. When we hear our fans, we're so motivated from the start. So when we hear them, we can't wait to play.
Well, Jaden, tonight I was in the Yellow Wall. So the great thing about the Yellow Wall is the atmosphere. It's not the best view in the world. So I thought you played well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But Thierry Henry. Yeah. Alessandro Del Piero and Micah Richards are in the studio.
Okay, hello.
And they are absolutely raving about your performance?
No, I appreciate it, but it's not over. You know, we still got to go to Paris and hopefully we can get the job done there. But I appreciate the compliments and, you know, hopefully I can
You
carry
look
on.
very much like somebody who obviously playing a semi-final of the Champions League to get into the final, but also thinking about the whole world is watching. I want to get into that England squad as well and be here in the summer. I hate that because you're playing Denmark. So
No, definitely. I just, you know, I take it game by game, and you know, performances like today, I just hope it just carries on, and you know, I appreciate the compliments again.
Jaden, what is it about you and Borussia Dortmund? You're absolutely outstanding here initially. You've come back, you've been brilliant again. What is it about this club that sort of really resonates with yourself?
It's a great question. Obviously, I came here at 17, and they were they gave me the opportunity to play my professional football. So you know, I'm just delighted with all the staff and the players that welcomed me back, and you know, I always give it my everything in front of the fans.
are you going to stay?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I
you gonna
really
stay
don't know, but I'm just focused on just the present right now. So.
Well, I tell you what, the only thing you haven't done at Borussia Dortmund is go on the yellow wall, right?
Yeah, I actually haven't.
Can you promise the Borussia Dortmund fans that you'll go on the yellow? Because I've found a new family. I've got new friends. I mean, they bought me pints of lager all night. It was amazing. You'd love it. Honest, Jaden, you would love it.
It's not for you. You're still an active sportsman. To go on the yellow wall, you had 8 pints. You can hear that. He's done that. So it's not for you yet.
It's not for me, but I'll definitely try it out for sure.
Well, Jaden, if you get to the final, can we have a few pints together?
I don't drink.
You don't? Oh, come on.
Right, thanks for jumping in.
Well done.
Well done tonight.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Fantastic. What a performance.
Isso! Salvo Lino! Incrível! A galera do Corinthians já tá